Welcome back to another episode of the Crypto Serpent. And wow, we are set. We are on our way to reclaiming the $1.98 and then pushing forward from that. Now, if you do like the videos, do not forget to hit the like and subscribe button. I bring to you videos which are to the point, giving you exactly what you need so that you can go away, make your own research, your own judgment on where we're going and what's about to happen, and then hopefully you and I see the same things, which usually works out to be right about right. So what has happened over the last couple of days? So we've seen a massive rise. We've seen XRP 40% up in the last 24 hours, and it's been a fantastic run that it's had into the 140, into a $1.40 barrier. And it's really interesting to see it go up so quickly after so much negativity and so much bearish news that the entire crypto market has woken up. I've mentioned for a long time that May was going to be legendary when it comes to the old coins and just in general when it comes to crypto. And that little speed bump that we had a couple of days ago will literally be something that by the time we get to May 30, we will probably forget and laugh. But it's important. It's important to remember how quickly things can turn around and how quickly things can come around. So on fxstreet.com, let's kick off today, with this particular article. They spoke about, the rise over the last 24 hours, what's going to happen and how it's going to impact XRP. So the XRP price surged nearly 40% in the last 24 hours, pushing it to forward to a critical level. If it stays above its previous weekly open of $1.40, then it could signal the start of the next leg up to 174 and then 198. And so from here, what's really important is to realize that yes, it has gone up. We have gone up to $1.40, but we potentially will see a small pushback before we continue to rise to 198. Again, nothing ever goes in a straight vertical line. It would take some major news to come out of nowhere for that to occur. So we will retrace. I believe today at some point over the next 24 hours we will retrace back, and we could potentially see 122 or 118. And before we continue the leg up to 174 being next. So in this article they just speak about that. The weekly open, the previous weekly open, staying above that is really important, and then to continue to push forward. So it's really great to see companies like fxstreet.com give their detailed analysis about what's going on, what's happening, what are the trends, and where are we going to next, which is really cool. So at the time of making this, we are at 143, and over the time, let's have a look over the last 24 hours, what has occurred. So over the last 24 hours, we went as high as 145. We went down. Then we also retraced back to 133. And then, we slowly started to come back up again. And now, we're sitting at 143. But, it's been kind of like a window that we're sitting in between the 130, high 130s and low 140s is where we're sitting at the moment. And it is a key level of resistance, which we have to break. Once we break it, we will continue to rise up. So there is a potential that this was the last dip before we continue to rise up. However, 120s, even 115s is not out of the question just yet. So if you miss the 90 cents boat and all that, this could be a good opportunity before we really kick off and get things underway as the week progresses. And not to mention, of course, we have a very important date coming up on April 30. And so that is going to be very important as well. So XRP is back above the hourly 21 MA, forming a nice W shape. And this particular formation generally is a bullish formation. And breaking 150 will be critical from here. Once we break 150, probably retest 150 and then continue to push forward. But what you're seeing here, this particular window that we're in, this W formation is a bullish signal. And generally it will signal that the price will continue to rise. If it was inverted, if it was an M instead of a W, then that would mean that we are bearish, but this is not the case. So what's going on? So we've loaded up, obviously, we've taken great opportunities, when the market dipped. And so the critical levels, the Fibonacci level of, 61.8, that would be at $2. And then as we push forward, 260 and then 377. I have made my estimate that by the end of May we will be at 330. Could even hit 560 before we retrace to 330. But 330 to 360, I am very, very bullish on that idea, and that excludes any SEC news, which could send my predictions, 2x or 3x. So it is looking really, really hot out there in the marketplace, and Ripple have done such a wonderful job since December, and goes without saying that work that they've done under legal dispute has been so important to people's sentiment and people trusting Ripple. Because at one stage, Ripple was number 7th in the rankings. It had dropped. Polkadot, Cardano, everyone had gone above it. So we cannot forget those days and what that looked like, and what's happening. So it's really, really important to appreciate the past, because the future is going to be very bright. And if you have been holding since 2017, since the SEC, I congratulate you, because it is very tough to hold when all the cards are against you. But once this thing starts to really rally and break its previous all-time high and push forward, your patience will be extremely rewarded. So there could be a potential that a very small cup and handle is forming here before, again, we break 150 and push forward. Like I said, there could be a retrace of 120 one more time before we push forward. So keep on the lookout for that, because that is something that could potentially happen before we continue to move forward. Ripple yesterday, and I do encourage you to follow Ripple on Twitter, came out yesterday saying, one of its partners, Uber, continues the growth of 40 universities, creating new cases for blockchain and crypto across the globe. And the world focusing on Africa and all the opportunities that crypto is able and will be able to do for that continent is going to be amazing to watch over the next couple of years, just how cryptocurrency helps develop, the African continent, and it's going to be really, really fascinating. That market analysis, if you go on the Ripple's Twitter account, you can see it. It's one of the latest posts, and you can just click on the article there, and you can actually watch what's going on there. From a article point of view and from a sentiment point of view, we are signaling buy at the moment on tradingview.com. So the sentiment and the support is very, very high for Ripple. As I mentioned, there is going to be, I believe, some support in resistance at this one particular 40. We are, I think, going to trade sideways today for a little bit and maybe even touch 120. It'll be a great buy opportunity. So if you've been on the lookout, look out for 120 USD, because that could be probably one of your last chances to get Ripple in the dollar before it pushes to $2 and beyond. So look out for 120. It could well be coming before we continue the leg up. 170 next, trade sideways for a little bit, $2 after that, and then we get the party started, because we will break the 198 resistance and move forward into unknown territories. So indeed, very, very, very exciting to see this happen. And if you are able to get it at 120, come back, put a comment saying, I listened to you and I managed to get some at 120. Just be mindful, it may not happen as well. But this could be one of the last opportunities to get Ripple XRP in the $1 range. So this particular support, I want to give you another example and another case scenario. So one case scenario is, of course, 150 is a major support level. And like I said, that has to be broken in order for us to push through. And so that one there will be a very, very key level. The next level after 120 is $1, but I don't think we're going to see anything we're not going to touch $1 again before we push our way forward to $2. Like I said, 120 I think is your last opportunity to get it so cheap before you'll be buying it literally at $2 plus. So again, looking at from another level, I think this is exactly how it's going to play, if it is going to play out this way. Touch 120 and then push forward. The last resistance before $2 is 160, and then it'll be a straight vertical line to $2, which will be really, really, really exciting. Looking at from this angle, what we can see over the next couple of days, like I said, 220 will be the next stop in this particular formation, and touching 120 and then continuing up, that definitely makes sense if we are following this particular formation. So keep an eye out for that. And then approximately 300 days from January, we are approximately 300 days away from January, and we could be seeing some amazing, amazing things occur. You know, we could touch, like I said, $29, $30 by January. This bull run appears to be starting to make a pattern where it could last a lot longer than people anticipated. And so rather than the September, October timelines that you've been hearing, we could be actually be pushing this out all the way to January, February. And so a $29 XRP, based on what we know today, I just want to reiterate, that is based on all the information that we have today. A $29 XRP by January is not out of the question. Now, instant liquidity, more partners come on board, some big major news, or the 62 billion tokens burned would send all the statistics out the window and push XRP well above $100 per XRP token. So if you did learn something new today, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. Thank you all so very much for all the support, passion that you show for the channel. And I would love to know your sentiment, your thoughts below in the comments, and where you're from as well. Always like hearing where my followers are from. So thank you all so very much, and I can't wait to see you on the next one.